A lot of people want to have a lean and aesthetic physique, but my question for you right now is why don't you already have this? I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's because you don't feel like cutting all carbs. You don't feel like doing extreme cardio, and you don't feel like starving yourself just to be a little bit leaner. But what if I told you that if you want to get lean, and I'm talking really lean, you just need 5 simple habits over a consistent amount of time. You're gonna start tonight by getting the best night of sleep you've ever had, because sleep is not just a recovery tool, it's a secret tool for extra fat loss. If you are sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night, your hunger hormones, your ghrelin is going to spike. Your cravings are gonna go up, and then the willpower that you once had to control yourself around food and have consistent energy throughout the day is going to disappear. When you're tired, your brain literally tells you to eat more things like sugar and carbs so it can have some quick energy to stay awake. Here's the fix, and this is what you're going to dial in first. Starting today, you're going to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. And then as soon as you wake up tomorrow morning, you are going to step out of bed. You are going to go and get some morning sunlight in your eyes. This is going to set up your internal clock, your circadian rhythm for success. It's going to set up your cortisol for success. And then you are going to make sure that today you cut caffeine 10 hours before you are going to go to sleep. And then when it comes to food, you aren't going to eat 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. And then 1 hour before you go to bed. Today, you are going to cut out all the blue light. You're going to turn off the phone, turn off the TV, and then you're going to go to sleep in a cold, in a dark room. By fixing your sleep, you can literally fix your hunger and your recovery overnight. Now, the second thing revolves around cardio. I know how much cardio sucks. I don't like doing it, and I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you probably aren't out there spamming cardio either. You don't have to do a single minute of traditional cardio in order to get lean. High intensity cardio actually spikes hunger and it kills your recovery. Instead, you need to increase your daily movement so your NEAT goes up. NEAT is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So things you are doing outside of the gym. And here's the simplest way to do it. You're gonna aim for 10 to 20,000 steps per day. This just means getting outside a little bit more, going on more relaxing walks, doing things like if you're going to the grocery store or the gym, park further back in the parking lot, walk a little bit further to the door. Do something like walk between your sets in the gym instead of sitting on your phone and scrolling on TikTok or Instagram Reels, just wasting your time. Do a little bit of a walk. And this is going to require taking a little bit of extra time to walk throughout the day. Maybe walk after your meals. I love to walk for 10 or 15 minutes after my meals. It helps negate the insulin spike and it helps me digest my food better. Maybe it's for you, it's just a 30-minute walk in the morning or at night before bed. Walking burns calories, it lowers your cortisol without destroying your appetite. It's one of the fat loss tools that most people aren't really taking advantage of. The third rule is that 80 to 90% of your foods that you consume on a daily basis should be single ingredient foods. A simple meal example is something like eggs, beef, a little bit of rice or potatoes, and maybe some avocado. When you eat real foods, you naturally eat fewer calories because they're not ultra processed, they're not full of sugar, and you get more nutrients from your food. When your body has the macro and micronutrients that it needs, you're naturally gonna feel less hungry. You also need fat in your diet. This is where the avocado comes from. Maybe you throw a little bit of grass-fed butter into your beef. This is going to help keep your hormones balanced, especially your testosterone. It's going to help you maintain your muscle mass while you're cutting and give you more consistent energy throughout the day. And if you're training hard, you can eat some carbs. Carbs are not going to be the end of you, but you need to time your carbs correctly and stop eating ultra processed carbohydrates. If you're gonna eat carbs, eat them like before your workouts. Have something like some fruit, maybe a little bit of honey. You don't need to spam carbs, you just need a little bit to control your energy and help with recovery. Now the fourth thing is kind of a truth that nobody likes to hear, but getting really lean will take months. It will not happen in weeks. And if you try and rush the process, if you cut too hard and too fast, you will burn yourself out. It is not sustainable, and you will likely rebound harder than before, destroying all your progress, wasting all the time you spent working so hard. Instead, you can take it slow. Find your maintenance calories, subtract 300 or 400 from that. You don't need to crash diet. You need to give your metabolism time to adapt. And if fat loss slows down, it's just important to know when and how to make adjustments. If you don't know how to make these adjustments or you need help making them, DM me on Instagram. The link will be in the video description. But go slow, be consistent, and remember that if you do it the right way, you only have to kind of suffer and get shredded once, because after that, it's just maintenance. And then the fifth rule is you need to maintain your training intensity. You might naturally have a little bit less energy in the gym if you have fewer calories in you. But a lot of people make the mistake of switching to lower intensity, lighter weights when they go in the gym because they don't want to push themselves as hard. But that is the fastest way to lose the muscle mass that you have worked so hard and so consistently to build. The same heavy training with progressive overload is what built you your muscle in the first place, and it's what's gonna allow you to keep your muscle while you're cutting. Every session, you should go in the gym with a goal to match or beat your performance from last week. Even if it's just one extra rep, or maybe it's just one extra 2.5 pound plate on each side. You're gonna be signaling to your body, burn the fat and keep the muscle. So the real blueprint to 10% body fat starts now. Sleep 8 hours a night, walk 10 to 20,000 steps a day, eat real food, be patient, and lift heavy. If you can do that for a few months straight, you will beat 90% of people who are obsessing over tracking their calories and spamming cardio. This is the simple and sustainable way, and I know that because this is what has helped me drop 30 pounds. It is what has helped me transform several different clients. So again, if you need help on anything at all, maybe it's a diet plan, maybe it's a training plan, DM me on Instagram. The link will be in the description of this video. My goal here is genuinely to help you guys. And if you like this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not, because we are building the best version of you right here, right now.